Just another beautiful day in paradise. Today I'm at my friend's vineyard. He owns this vineyard. A vineyard grows grapes to make wine. This weekend is harvest weekend, which means it's a busier time of the year than other times of the year. Now I like to drink wine, but actually I think beer is better than wine. But shh, don't tell my friend.
Today's lesson is about comparatives. Comparatives are very common in English, so it is important to understand some basic grammatical rules. First, let's look at how comparatives relate to adjectives and superlatives. Their relationship is important. Remember, adjectives describe nouns. Our first example is irregular. The movie is good. This movie is better. That movie is the best. Good is the adjective, the comparative is better, and the superlative is the best. This example is considered irregular. Let's take a look at another irregular yet very common example. The team is bad. That team is worse. This team is the worst. Better and worse are the irregular comparatives and do not follow the same grammatical rules as the next examples. Let's take a look at some more common examples. A car is fast. A train is faster. A rocket ship is the fastest. Notice the comparative faster uses ER at the end of the adjective fast. The grammatical rule here requires that one-syllable adjectives use ER at the end of the word. Fast has only one syllable, so we say faster. Let's take a look at another common grammatical structure for comparatives. I am intelligent. You are more intelligent. Albert Einstein is the most intelligent. Notice the comparative here, more intelligent, uses the word more. The grammatical rule here requires that adjectives with two or more syllables use the word more to create the comparative. In this case, intelligent has 4 syllables. It's important to note here that we always choose either ER or more. We never say more faster or more intelligenter. Let's continue with comparatives. As previously noted, they are used to compare two things. Generally, comparatives are formed using ER and more. Let's look at 2 examples. Dogs are louder than cats. Loud is a one-syllable adjective, so we use ER. Independent has 4 syllables, so we must use more in front of the adjective independent. So we have more independent than. Notice we use the word than, but than is not always necessary. It only emphasizes the comparison. We can also use the word but. Let's take a look at 2 more examples. Mount Everest is higher than Mount Fuji. Notice than Mount Fuji is in parentheses, which means it is not required. It is optional. It is only optional if the context is clear between the speakers. For our next example, we have Mount Fuji is high, but Mount Everest is higher. Notice here we use the word but instead of than. But is perfectly acceptable, and it also emphasizes the contrast and the differences between 2 objects. In this case, Mount Fuji and Mount Everest.
We interrupt your program, English Instructor, to bring you news and views. And while you're watching news and views, be sure to notice some of the vocabulary. You may even want to get a little help from a friend, a dictionary, or a teacher. Now let's watch. So what's your name and what's your job?
My name is C. Klingman. Call me Charlie.
Okay, Charlie, what's your job?
My job, I'm a professional artist focusing on painting.
What kind of art do you paint?
I paint landscapes and some abstract forms, maybe such as this board, and this is a landscape, and then some abstract kind of stuff.
And I noticed you have a lot of surfing in your paintings. You're a surfer too, right?
Yes, I love to surf, so a lot of my paintings reflect my passion for surfing and the ocean.
So how long have you been painting?
I've been painting for about 14 years seriously, about 8 years professionally.
Is it difficult being a full-time professional artist?
It is a lot of work being a full-time professional artist, but working for yourself is very gratifying, and it allows me a flexible schedule to go surfing when the waves are good.
Sounds like rewarding and satisfying work. Where do you sell most of your paintings?
Most of my original paintings are sold directly through me. A lot of the prints of the paintings are sold through galleries and stores.
Well, good luck selling your next painting. I hope you get $1 million for your next piece.
Thanks, Anthony.
That was News and Views. I hope you had a chance to notice the vocabulary. Be sure to practice some of the vocabulary in your future conversations. Now back to your regular program.
That was News and Views. I hope you thought it was interesting. I sure did. Now back to some grammar structures. We've already looked at some comparatives, so now let's look at some comparisons. A comparative uses ER or more. A comparison, however, is a little different. Now we'll look at a common grammatical structure that we use to compare two things. Not as adjective as. Here we need two objects and an adjective to make our comparison. Let's take a look at a few examples. Books are as good as movies. Coca-Cola is as expensive as Pepsi. Dogs are as popular as cats. Swimming is as fun as running. Notice the grammatical structure and notice the adjectives good, expensive, popular, and fun. Now let's look at the same grammatical structure using the word not. In this case, the sentences emphasize a difference, not a similarity. Here we have, I am not as rich as the president. Mount Fuji is not as high as Mount Everest. A turtle is not as fast as a rabbit. Calculus is not as easy as this algebra. Now let's watch a student have some dialogue with comparisons.
Hey Mark, why didn't you go to soccer practice today?
Hi Tom. I don't need to practice. I am already a good player.
Oh no, you're not. You're slower than most players on the team. I'm faster than you are.
Faster than me? I am also stronger and smarter than all of you.
Says who?
Says me.
Well, the coach says you're a lazy player who never comes to practice.
I don't need to practice because I am also the most handsome player. And I smell better than all of you.
Smell better? Oh, no, you don't.
Come on. Like a garden of roses.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Let's answer some questions. Who didn't go to soccer practice today? Mark didn't go to soccer practice today. Why didn't he go to soccer practice? Mark thinks he's already a good player. Who is slower than most players on the team? Mark is slower. Now let's answer some true and false. Tom says he's faster than Mark. True. Mark says he's stronger than all the players. True. Mark says he isn't smarter than other players. False. He says he's smarter. Now let's answer some multiple choice. The coach says Tom is a smart player, B, a fast player, or C, a lazy player. C, lazy player. Why does the coach think he's lazy? A, he never goes to practice, B, he never does his homework, or C, because he is so handsome. A, he never goes to practice. Mark says he also A, runs faster than other players, B, swims better than other players, C, smells better than other players. C, smells better than other players.
Well, that concludes this lesson of English Instructor. I hope you learned something. I really want to thank all of the guests, the actors, and the volunteers for appearing in this video. Please be sure to watch another English Instructor video, because these videos are more educational than textbooks only. Bye.
We're going places at AnthonyHalderman.com.